Hey guys, today I have 13 genius hacks to clean your bathroom. Stick around for all of them because I think they're all really good and they all kind of deal with those different bathroom issues that people may have, and they're really good tips to clean them. Okay, so my first tip is to use a magic eraser in your tub. You may think that your tub is clean, but if you go in with a magic eraser, I can almost guarantee you that you will find so much more to clean. I go in and I clean my tub. You can kind of tell by the magic eraser, it sticks a little bit when an area is not completely smooth and clean. So I'm telling you, just try it, clean your tub and see what you get off of that tub, especially the bottom of the tub where you're standing, where the soap is coming down. Just try it, you will be amazed. My next tip is to clean your chrome. So I actually recommend that you use vinegar. It cuts through the water stains, especially the hard water stains. You just let it soak for a couple of minutes and your chrome will wipe clean and fresh right away. It's super simple. Okay, my next hack is to clean your glass, or if maybe you have the plexiglass acrylic doors. So the first thing that you need to do is actually clean it with vinegar. A lot of people kind of start with things like maybe a glass cleaner or something like that, but glass cleaner doesn't get rid of soap scum. So you kind of need to do a two-step process here. So you go in with the vinegar, let it sit for a few minutes, and that will completely get rid of the soap scum that's on your glass or on your acrylic. After that, go in with something like Windex, or maybe you wanna make your own glass cleaner, whatever it is, but that will be your second step, and that will get it nice and shiny and clean. And it's to basically spray your glass with something called Rain-X, which if you have a car, you've probably heard of this and you know what it is. But Rain-X is actually designed to repel water. So if you add it to your shower doors, it will do the same thing with your shower doors and it will repel the water. My other tip with your bathroom is to use a squeegee after every single shower. I know it's a pain, but it will keep your bathroom shower so much cleaner for so much longer if you can just commit to doing it each time you get out of the shower. Okay, my next tip is for your grout. We all know that grout gets like pink and gross and black in some cases. So I have a really good DIY solution, and it's to basically mix baking soda with hydrogen peroxide. You make it into a paste, and then you go ahead and you apply it with a toothbrush or any kind of little tool that you have, and you put it right into the grout lines and you let it sit. The thing that works about this is the baking soda is really good for cleaning and scrubbing, but then the hydrogen peroxide is almost like a bleaching agent, so it will actually kill mold and all of the pink stuff that gets on your grout. So let it sit for a couple of minutes, then go ahead and take a bigger brush and scrub it all. I like to do this once in a while on my tiles, you know, don't go crazy or anything, but you will see that they will look so much cleaner when you're done. And then when you've scrubbed it all, go ahead and rinse it and it will look great. My next hack is for the toilet. Older toilet, and if you have hard water or different kind of water in your house, you will get brown stains in your toilet. They will usually collect at the bottom of your toilet. They will collect on under the rim. So what I like to do is I will take out all the water from the toilet. Sometimes I'll use like a little bowl, and then I'll have to like collect the rest with a towel. And then I let vinegar sit in there. And you let the vinegar sit in the toilet for at least 12 hours. I would even recommend 24 hours. Once it's sat, then you take a toilet brush scrub and scrub it out. It will all come out. It is actually shocking and amazing, and it works really well. My next tip is for the rim, and this is all kind of along the same lines. But basically, you take toilet paper, spray it with vinegar, and get it pretty wet, and then you stick it up underneath the rim, and you let that sit for a few hours. What that's gonna do is that's gonna get rid of the brown stains under the rim. And you use toilet paper because obviously you're gonna flush it away when you're done. So then after that, you go ahead and flush it. The water will come down the sides, it will push the toilet paper down, and then you can again use a toilet brush or any kind of scrubbing brush to scrub it, and it works so well. My next tip is to use a toothbrush. Obviously not a toothbrush that you're currently brushing your teeth with, but just get an old toothbrush and go ahead and you can use it. It's a really good cleaning tool. They do sell these as like separate cleaning tools, but I find, you know, why not just use a toothbrush that you're done with and that you were gonna throw away anyway. But these are really good for cleaning all kinds of things in your bathroom. I mentioned the grout. It's also good for getting in the toilet. A lot of times where the toilet is like bolted to the floor and you wanna clean under that, a toothbrush also works really well there. It's a good tool and a good way to clean your bathroom. Next is if you have tile floors, you can actually use vinegar on your tile floors. If you have regular tile, treated tile, sealed tile, vinegar is completely safe, and you can go ahead and spray vinegar, let it sit for a couple of minutes, and then you can go in with a microfiber cloth and clean your floors and your tiles really nicely. Another thing with hard water stains, I'm gonna go back to vinegar again, but a lot of times on your faucet, you may notice around the faucet area itself, you may get these brown water stains as well. So again, you can take toilet paper and soak that in vinegar and then go ahead and kind of put it around the rim of your faucet and around the handles, wherever you have this problem. Let it sit and then everything will come off and it will be cleaned off very easily. Okay, next is about cleaning your shower drain. You probably notice that if you don't clean your shower drain, after some time, it will start to smell. It's a combination of hair and soap scum and all kinds of disgusting things. So obviously you want to clean out the hair from your drain, and they do sell a lot of different products that you can put on top of your drain to catch your hair if you'd like, or you can just kind of go in, remove it yourself. But the other thing you can do, which cleans it really well, is I like to add a cup of baking soda, just kind of sprinkle it right into the drain, and then I add a cup or maybe more of vinegar. I know that, you know, putting the two of them together negates each other out. However, when they go down the drain, they create like a bubbly volcano kind of effect, and it loosens up a lot of the gunk that's in there just with the bubbles. You'll notice after you do this, it will be fizzing for maybe 10 minutes. You know, the key is you gotta use a lot of baking soda and a lot of vinegar. It'll be fizzing and it will get really clean, and then I let that sit for a little bit, and then I run the water. If it still doesn't smell perfectly clean, although I will say that does work really well, sometimes afterwards though, I will just add maybe half a cup of bleach down the drain as well, and then I'll run hot water after a few minutes, and that will freshen up the drain in the shower and get it as good as new. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about a hack for cleaning your exhaust fan in your bathroom. The exhaust fan is super important because it keeps your bathroom drier than if you didn't have it. And that's very important in a bathroom because if it's wet in there, then that causes mold to develop and mold to grow. It creates an ideal situation. You also want your fan to be kept in good condition because it's gonna be working extra hard and it could possibly break if it's not clean. And I have to say, the exhaust fan is like so neglected. I always forget about it. I know lots of people forget about it. It's just one of those things. But anyway, what I like to do with the exhaust fan is I will first run a vacuum cleaner and try to get as much dust off as I can with the vacuum. I'll just put the little brush attachment on it and I will vacuum as much as possible. Then the next thing that I like to do is I have this Mr. Clean Freak spray, and it's kind of like the Dawn Power Spray. I think it's a similar idea. It's probably similar ingredients, but then I like to spray that on and let it sit for a couple minutes just to get all of the final dust and dirt and grime off of it. It works really well, and I love this spray. I think it's a great kind of tool for your bathroom, and it's a perfect thing for cleaning that fan. Next is not to forget about the things that are sitting on your vanity, like toothbrush holders, soap holders, maybe you've got a little shower tray. I'm just here to remind you that you don't have to scrub those things by hand. You can take all of them, throw them in your dishwasher, and they will come out looking as good as new. I do it all the time, and it's just so much easier than having to scrub everything down. Okay, my next hack is dealing with the mold, that pesky mold that's like in the corners and crevices of your shower. What you can do is take cotton balls and soak them in bleach, and then push those cotton balls right into those cracks and crevices. Wherever you see black mold or any kind of mold, just push those cotton balls right in there and let them sit, let them sit there for a good amount of time. Then when you're done, take them out, clean it off, rinse them out. It will get rid of all of that mold. It works really well, and it's good to let it sit because it's really hard to clean that mold out when you're just kind of running a sponge over it or you're using any other kind of tool. So I found that soaking the cotton balls in bleach and then letting them sit there for quite a while does a really good job. Okay, now that you have all of these hacks to clean the pesky areas of your bathroom, I recommend checking out my next video on how to speed clean your bathroom. It's a really quick way to kind of get your bathroom done in just 2 quick passes, and your bathroom will look spotless. So check that out, and I will see you over there.